Today I have a fun project for you. It is a denim quilted junk tote bag that we're gonna make, and it's basically a tote bag that you can carry your Bible in, but also if you have like Bible journaling stuff, maybe you have bookmarks and notes and stickers and highlighters and pins and things that you want to throw all in one tote bag just so you can carry it and have it all in one place. This tote bag is the perfect tote bag for you. But this tote bag is special because it's made specifically for my Bible and everything that I want to use to maybe make notes in my Bible, decorate my Bible, whatever I want to do. This tote bag is going to carry everything for that. This tote bag has pocket on the front, pocket in the middle, pocket in the back. So in those zipper pockets, you can include all of your Bible highlighters, bookmarks, these that I'm going to start including in some of the packages that I ship off. They're little mini Jesuses, and I just thought they were the cutest little things. So yeah, little bitty Jesus. So it's just to remind you that Jesus is with you. So this is my new Bible journaling tote bag. So let's dive right into how it's made. So first, I'm going to cut out all the pieces, and the measurements are on screen. So if you need to pause them, write them down, take a screenshot. But I'm going to cut out all the pieces made out of the denim material and all of the pieces for the lining. I used some cotton cheetah print fabric for the lining that I got from Hobby Lobby. The denim fabric I also got from Hobby Lobby, and this is the quilt batting that I also got from Hobby Lobby, and it comes in a big roll. But I used double-sided fusible fleece because that's all I had. So usually I have just one-sided fusible fleece that I use. But I'm gonna start quilting the front and back panel. So I had some chalk because my air erasable marker is purple and it just wouldn't show up that well on the denim fabric. So I used some chalk so that way I can see the lines really good. And then I'm just going to sew across all the lines. And I placed the denim right over the double-sided fusible fleece. And then I put the quilt batting underneath the fabric and the fusible fleece. And then I'm going to sew across all the lines, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a pressing just so that way it'll secure the fusible fleece that has the sticky stuff onto the denim fabric. So this part takes a little bit of time, but you have to have a little bit of patience. I don't particularly like to quilt things myself. That's why I like to buy pre-quilted fabric, but this is the process, or one of the ways you can quilt the fabric yourself. I've had people ask, how do you quilt fabric if you don't want to buy the pre-quilted fabric? And this is one of the ways that you could do it. I'm sure there's other ways people do it, but this is an easy way. And then I cut out 2 pieces of zipper, 8 inches. And at first I was going to have the zipper tabs on the side show a little bit on the zipper pockets. But then I realized I'll just make it to where I can just cut those off. So you may see little zipper tabs on the end of the zipper. But after sewing all the way around the little zipper pocket, I just completely cut those out and didn't need them. So you don't have to add those. You can just cut your zipper 8 inches, make the little zipper pockets. I do have other videos showing how to make these little zipper pockets if you need them. I'll have one up at the top right corner that you can click on to help you sew zipper pockets. It's very easy. You just lay the zipper right on top of the lining and then place the outer fabric on top of it. Sandwich all the layers together, use a zipper foot, and then sew attaching all the layers together. And then place that zipper right over the lining, place the outer layer over it, and then clip it in place and just sew all the layers together using a zipper foot again, and then just fold all the layers back and then top stitch right along the fold. So here I'm just top stitching. And then I'm going to leave a little opening so that way I can turn the little zipper pocket inside out. And then cut off the excess from around the seam. So as you can see, I cut off that little zipper tab, so I didn't really need it. And now I'm just going to turn the zipper pouch inside out right through the opening. The double-sided fusible fleece worked out pretty good because now once I have everything on the right side, I'm going to close up the opening and the lining, but then I'm going to press everything. And so it's just nice to now have everything stick together on the inside with that fusible fleece on the inside. It laid everything nice and flat with no puckling on both sides. So now we're going to attach those zipper pockets to the lining. So I grabbed one of the lining pieces, the main panel, and then I used one of the little strips, the 1.5 by 9 inch strip, and I just faced it right sides facing and then sewed down both sides. And then after attaching those little strips to both sides, I grabbed one of the pockets. I'm going to sandwich the zipper pocket in between the strip, and then I grabbed the other strip that's 2.5 inches. And I'm going to sandwich the little zipper pocket in between both layers, pin it in place, and then sew down both sides. And what I tried to do when I sewed down both sides is just to avoid where the zipper starts. So I'm going to start at the top edge of the fabric, but then once I get to the zipper, I'm just going to make sure that the sides of my pocket sticks out a little bit, and I can just sew straight down, just avoiding where the zipper starts at. I measured and made sure the pocket was about 1 inch away from the bottom edge of the fabric. So I'm going to sandwich the other side, the other zipper pocket in between the 1.5 inch strip and the 2.5 inch strip, and sew down both sides. And now after attaching those layers together, I grab the other pocket piece, and then I'm going to sandwich it in between the 2.5 inch strip, and then I'm going to grab the other 1.5 inch strip and make sure the pockets are even, about 1 inch away from the bottom, and just sandwich both strips together with the zipper pocket in between, and then sew down each side, avoiding the very beginning of the little zipper pocket. If you can see, the edge of the zipper pocket sticks out just a little bit further. So I just tried to catch the very tip of the edge of the pocket when I was sewing. So I'm going to clip everything in place and then sew down both sides. And then before I attach the very back lining piece, I went ahead and grabbed the lining base panel and just attached it to the back lining piece. And then I'm going to attach the base of that panel to the base of the piece where we sewed all the pocket pieces. So it just makes it a little bit easier to sew all the sides together by doing the base first, and then I'm going to sew the other side of the base, and then I'm just going to sew down the short sides at the base as well. And then now I have the whole bottom layers attached. And now I'm just going to attach the outer bag the exact same way. I'm going to start by adding the side panels first, and then I'm going to attach the base to the back panel and then sew all the sides together. And then after that, I grabbed some Decoville. I had some Decoville mid-weight. And so what that does is you can iron it on the back of fabric, and it just makes the fabric more sturdy and more stiff. And so I use that for the base, and I use that for both side panels. And instead of sewing both of the lining bag and the outer bag together, I just put the lining inside the outer bag and then folded both layers towards each other. And that was just an easy way to attach both layers. Then I sewed around the rim using about 1/4 inch seam allowance. I cut the straps and sewed them, which I didn't show you, but once I made the straps, it would have been just easier to add them here before adding all the decorations and the junk on the front. So if you make the straps, go ahead and attach them now before adding all the pearls and words and everything. It's just a whole lot easier that way, instead of adding it after you add all that stuff, because I was dropping pearls and stuff was just falling all over the place trying to attach those straps with everything on the bag already. As you can see, my sewing machine was like moving all over the place. So yeah, attach the straps before you add all of the decorations. And after adding all the beautiful decorations, I added one little pink flower right on the right side. So you can add whatever junk you want to put on the front of your bag. But that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch the next video that's on screen if you would like another junked DIY project. And I'll see you in that video.